Okay, Duwayne in Minnesota, thanks for the Striker radio order. So I'm going to give you those. This is the last one I got, so these will be gone for going forward. So if you still order a Striker radio, anybody, I greatly appreciate it. But whenever somebody does, or any other radio for that matter, but I don't have any more of these to offer. So you know, get them while the getting's good, and now they're gone. So I really get no feedback on them, what guys think of them when I give them to them, so I really don't know, but I can only go off of that. I can always get good feedback with these. Everybody says they sound good. One guy on YouTube says he didn't like the way it looked, but I mean, whether it looks good or doesn't look good, I mean, if it performs and sounds good, that's all I care about. So, and I think they look fine to me, but you know, I tried one of those years and years ago before I started selling them and all that, and I just ordered one online and said, man, this is a good sounding mic, and compared it to what was here and said, man, there really ain't nothing that really sounds as good as that. So I reached out, and now here we are. Now I've been doing this for quite some time and appreciate everybody. So but we're going to show you this one. Let me turn this down. I've been playing around with this today. I just acquired this over the weekend. It came in on Friday actually, but I didn't get a chance till today. So really nice little CB radio here. I unlocked the fine clarifier and I'm really enjoying it. So I probably won't be selling those, but you can get those from somebody else easily online if that's something that you like. So what we're going to do is just show you the audio here. Got you at 1 watt all the way down, and then all the way up it's going to be about, oh god, I hate these little knobs. It's hard for me to get my hand up under there. About 8 something all the way up. So this is the normal setup I do for these. What I want to show you here is the audio is strong on these. So I'm going to dial this up some, about like that, and we're going to hit the tone. Look at that. Look at all that audio. It's amazing. And that's what these are known for. So, you know, you have huge, this is like what the AC mod does, except the AC mod does this better. But this radio, you know, is kind of like, in some ways, obviously way less like that, but you know, the audio, like the big swath of big audio, positive peak, and how the negative peak compresses so much, you know. This is an NPC radio from the factory. That's what they called it. So, you know, it's definitely doing what it should. And we're going from 1 watt to 7, almost 8 watts average. So, and then PP, we're going up to 16. That's a huge increase. So, you know, if I roll this up, now you're going to see a lot more positive power. And from 8 to about 23, so almost 3-4, actually about 3 times the carrier RMS. But you do lose a little bit of top end audio. As you can see, it kind of goes down some. So the sweet spot will be, let's see, probably about like right there. It's going to be really good. Let's see. It's about 18-20 watts average still. So find out in a minute where the PP is. About 40. Let's see where the carrier is. About 3 to 4. So somewhere in there. That's kind of like a sweet spot. So you figure out kind of what's best for you, but I mean, let's see if we run it down at 2, just to see. I mean, massive average power from 2. That's where you're going to get all your audio, though, is that lower carrier. So it's about 8 times the increase, almost 7 times. Whoops, we got a timeout timer going. About 40 watts peak. So that's kind of like in the 2 to 4 range is kind of the sweet spot on these. So really strong talking radio. Let me put a mic on this. We'll just take this one off here and plug this in here. Got our mic gain up all the way. I don't know if I showed you or not, but this is your radio right here, 719. So Got that. Here's that 2 watts PP. And then as I'm speaking, you can see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So a lot of audio there. Hello radio, hello radio. This is on the antenna outside, so I don't know if it's going to pick it up too well, but we'll see. What am I on, 20? Whoa, check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2, hello. Yeah, it doesn't usually pick up the dummy load too well. You can see that the radio has big radio presence. Now, does that mean that it's spectrally pure? Not really, but I mean, that's the design of the radio. Now, it was on the single tone, but with voice, you know, things are different. But it doesn't look bad, but you see those big positive peaks. You know, that's why when that number jumps way up, that's what you're seeing there. So it's pretty cool, actually. I have to go to a different antenna. It's really hard to really give a good interpretation, so I usually never do this, but since I got the radio sitting here, I mean, it can do what we can. You know, obviously we're going to feedback and stuff, but hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can kind of see the power there as I'm talking, maybe. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Hello, radio. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I turn it up all the way on RF power. You can see. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check. It's a little clearer with it all the way up, but there's the top end power of this one. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Hello. So we don't really lose that much audio, but you know, they are what they are. So that's pretty much it for it. FM, I did turn up the deviation some for you, so you'll be good there. And can just probably put this on this antenna really quick. I'll slide the radio over and hook it up, and then we'll get this one ready to send off to you. So short and sweet, but good performing, good loud audio radio. And you know, when you get a big radio like this, kind of the big radio presence, it's not so much about being spectrally pure. If you want that, there's plenty of other radios on the market. But again, we're not talking about like it's terrible or anything. You know, with a single tone, it looks good. If you want a radio that's spectrally pure with voice, there's plenty of them out there that, you know, are like that, where they're almost like, in some cases, like a mud duck kind of radio with voice, but some of them perform good under a tone, but then when you speak with voice, they're kind of puny. And then what you end up having to do is go in and turn up the mod a little bit more, and then you put the tone on it and it looks terrible. So it can go both ways. You know, be careful what you wish for, because sometimes things can look good on this stuff and then perform terrible. You sound like you're puny and stuff. So, you know, usually with anything striker, you know you got good, clear, loud audio, and that's what most guys want when they buy these, and that's what they give you. So you just turn it up sparingly and it works really good. So you can make this thing sound probably distorted if you turn it up too much. So I'd be a little hesitant on turning it up anymore, but it's really good, you know. Sometimes if you turn the receive down, the RF gain, see where it says 0 dB? Sometimes that's not a bad idea, because it cleans up your incoming signal. You know, you don't always need to do that, but... And like if you're listening here... You don't always have to have everybody blasting in at full scale. Other than that, it's pretty quiet. If it wasn't for the guys on 6, it'd be pretty dead out here. a little bit of sideband action, but it's been like this all day here. Guys are just rocking and rolling out here. So, alright, well, I hope you enjoy it. Like I say, I'm going to get it heading your way. Let's turn some colors on real quick. I kind of like that one. It's like a white. I like that white. It doesn't really look white though. It always looks pink. Alright, we'll get this heading your way tomorrow. Thanks again. And I'll get that free mic box with it, 73.